Yeah, welcome back to the firehouse for some more firehouse reasoning. The last reason was about the return of the one. I think I will carry on the teachings, like I say, attach that reasoning onto the return of the one, explaining some more movements of the one, and also the movements of the ninth grade general. You know what I mean? Like I said before, when one discipline oneself, because everything is down to self-discipline. And like I said in the last reason, starting from the number 1, we're going to progress right up until the number 9, because that's where the 1 can return. It cannot return at number 3, which is a high spiritual state within the mind, where I say one can feel and hear the 1. Moving on up to number 5, where the same thing is happening. But the 1 cannot be completely comprehended until one appear in the 9th house. Because when one reach the 9th house, the 1 will be returning. See what I mean? So the 9th grade teacher don't teach anything even about himself, because he's not the teacher. The 1 is the teacher. You know what I mean? But for you to reach the 9th level, or even the 3rd level, like I said, is on the outside. Well, I'll tell you my experience anyway, but it will be the experience of anyone who is seeking truth, just the same way, you know, to whatever degree. Like I say, you won't have much. Well, I don't have any help on the outside. You know what I mean? I'm not a family man anyway. I was born within a family, but I kind of grew up outside of a family. So I've always been a kind of an outsider. So I'm not a man who's getting any assistance from family members then. See what I mean? And I don't get any assistance from, if you want to say, black men then, even though we're not family. I don't get assistance from no one. Understand? Everyone kind of stay away, because what I'm speaking is, I would say, kind of hot then, you know what I mean? So one have to learn then to, on this journey, you know, because you're still going to live with people, but in the internal journey, one have to walk alone, because no one on the outside will be assisting you. But just because no one on the outside is assisting you, it doesn't mean that you won't have any help, because you will have to find help within yourself. Well, I've got a few, you can call them disciples if you want. We have them. I write some of them down. The first amongst them, I say, this one you don't have to look for this one actually. We all have this one. But this one must be working. All other senses don't have to be working, I say. Because the rest of my senses don't work. But common sense does. You know? No journey is going to be successful without common sense coming along. You know what I mean? Who else have we got here now? Willpower. Yeah, we need willpower on the journey, and his missus endurance. Willpower and endurance. Because you'll have to learn to endure a lot of suffering and rejection. You know what I mean? And you have to endure these things without you feeling bitter about them. So you will have to develop a way, like I say. If I was to hate all the people who do me wrong, I wouldn't know who to hate. You know what I mean? Because there's so many of them. So you have to develop a technique where you don't the people who do you wrong, you kind of see them as not responsible for the wrong that they're doing then, if you know what I mean. due to the fact that they are under the influence of negativity and cannot see what they are doing. You know what I mean? So you need willpower and endurance. And you need, you have to find, common sense will let you find these other disciples, you know what I mean? Like willpower and endurance and who have we got here now? Funny. Yeah, you have to be funny in your search as well, you know? Everything is funny, you know? Even that is funny, you know what I mean? Funny is a man that find everything funny, never take anything serious, you know what I mean? But at the same time as well, you have to have serious with you know what I mean? Because nothing is a joke. That's why I don't have the joker with me, I have funny, you know? Things can be funny, but nothing is ever a joke. Because everything is deadly serious. You see what I mean? So the jokes the funny things that we deal with are serious funny things, if you know what I mean. Let me just put my clippers here and see who else I've got down here. Can't see too good without my glasses. Humbleness. Yeah, one has to be always humble. You know? So you have to have humbleness in this search. You know what I mean? And you also have to have enthusiasm. You know what I mean? You also have to locate Mr. Honesty. Now when you locate all these character within yourself, of course, you know. Because like I'm saying, if you ain't going to get no assistance from the outer. Your assistants are going to come from these inner. And you also need this disciple here, like I'm telling you. Like I tell you, common sense will help you locate all these. Fearless. Because there's a lot of fear in the world. But trust me, whenever fearless come around, that is the end of fear. Fearless make dissipate fear totally, you know what I mean? And in my case, well, everyone don't need this, but definitely in my case, as a 9th grade general, I definitely need this one. It's called Roots Reggae Music. You know what I mean? It carries a vibration that is necessary when one is moving towards the 9th level of understanding within oneself. You see what I mean? But you can, you don't have to choose my disciples, you know. You can find your own. Whatever give you the courage to stand on your own and use your own faculties. That is up to you. I'm just telling you what I use to reach to the 9th level of understanding. So that when you reach to that level, like I'm telling you, even the name that I use, well, I never used the name, you know. It was around before I was born. But the name that I like to use, Rastafari. It is a 9-letter word if you notice. And at the end come the I, signifying the one universe, and the one planet Earth, and the one race of people on the planet Earth, and the one spirit that is dwelling within all you human beings. Rastafari, the terrible and dreadful overlord himself. That is the way that I like to describe that one as a 9th grade general. Because like I tell you, a 9th grade general is not like a 3rd grade general or a 5th grade general or a 7th grade general. You know? A 9th grade general is actually, like I tell you, I am a general that have seen the one. So because I have seen the one now, as an example, you have some men who have bad dogs. And it's only, the dog will only listen to the master. No one else within the family will this dog listen to. You know what I mean? Just the master. Well, a 9th grade general is like that. It doesn't matter who there is in God's creation. The 9th grade general don't listen to them. Because the 9th grade general is the master's bad dog. And you only listen to the one. You understand what I mean? So you wouldn't find a ninth grade general worried about whether there was angel or archangel or whatever men are claiming. You know what I mean? We're not interested in that because we only listen to the one. Because when you reach the ninth house, the one has returned. All argument finish. You see what I mean? The ninth grade general is even a general that is out to destroy himself as a teacher. Because I am known teacher, it is the one who is the teacher. You see what I mean? So when you enter firehouse, this is where I say everything get destroyed totally. The human body, like I say, get dismantled. Where we strip, you know, like as if your body was a suit or some clothes that you put on. And when we take it off now, we leave you naked as you are as a spirit. Because when you had your clothes on, you was claiming that you was black and you was white and Japanese and Chinese and Korean and Indian and, you know, all these different things. Yet when fire come and strip you and burn you away, all that is left there, like I'm telling you, is the spirit. Nothing else. When I was a kid, I was a rude youth, if you know what I mean. When I say rude, I was a man who run away a lot and would sneak back home late at night, you know, and maybe go in the kitchen and look for some food. And when you put a light on, you know, lots of cockroach just run, scatter, soon as the light come on. You see what I mean? That's what is happening in this time now when one reach firehouse. You see what I mean? Because it's turning the light on. All you who are riding in the dark are finished. You know what I mean? All you who are holding on to the books that man write for you and tell you that it's God say so. All that nonsense is finished. All that the preacher is preaching. Because when a man is preaching from a book, that means he does not know. You see what I mean? He's just repeating what is written in the book. But the truth, and as an example then, how do you think the writing get into the books? Did you think that they come from outer space? Or some aliens brought some book into the earth from out of the heavens then, as it was? Or was it the ideas of men, that the ideas are coming out of man into the book? It have to come from within to go out in it. So the source of everything is always within. You see what I mean? So once I am in the source, I have no use of worrying about what is outside. Because all that is outside comes from within. You see what I mean? Because outside is not the source. Your Bible and the Quran and your Bhagavad Gita or any other holy book around the planet or is not the source, is it? It comes from the source to get in onto your little paper and to your little stone or wherever you want to write it down. But the seed of these ideas are within. You see what I mean? So I override, ninth grade general override all books and all master who has arisen before. Because when you reach ninth grade, master finish. Maybe they was needed before down when man was struggling, coming through there up to the third level and fourth level, you know, way back in time, we don't know. But when you reach firehouse now, in the ninth level here now, all those things are finished, you know. The idea that, as I say, like God would send an angel or a man, what for? Why would God do that? You see, when God is here. Because when you reach ninth level now, you see that God is here. God has never been anywhere. You know, to claim that God is somewhere else is to claim that the sun wasn't shining. One day the sun went off, you know. But the light has always been here. The light has never been anywhere. You see what I mean? And the light of God is within man. And has always been within man. Right up to, and has always been doing the same thing, just like how the sun has always been shining light. God has always been talking to man when man has been committing his wrongdoings. and yet man ignore the word of God and continue to commit his wrongdoing. You know what I mean? And then come up with all this kind of ridiculous thing about God sending his son here to die. But nothing don't go like. Well, you know for sure, that's what I'm saying. Firehouse. Firehouse is a place like we say we destroy all outward form of ignorance. So just like how I would say I would remove the body from the human being and just leave the spirit. It's the same way with the outward form of religion. I can tell you before, religion is an in and out. So the inner part of religion is oneness. All religion is the same. Got the same moral code. They differ in their outward behavior because the outward people are hypocrites. They are not living honestly. So because they are not living honestly, they get caught in the negative aspect of religion. Because life is positive and negative. You see what I mean? So wherever there is positive, they have to be negative. That's how the flex go. You see what I mean? Wherever the truth arises, the negative cover it. Just like the body cover the spirit of fire. So the outer form of negativity cover what is really within religion. You see what I mean? That's why the outward form of religious man have to read book. While the inward religious man like myself now, we don't need any book. See what I mean? Can just teach directly up and over and above the book and still teach what is right and correct within the book as well. Because there is truth and rights within the book as well as negativity. You see what I mean? Because the book is a positive and a negative. But still I like to say the book is God's garden. God planted it then, if you want to have it that way. But God knew that some beings was criminals. So rather than ask permission to go in the garden and eat of the fruits thereof, they would try and steal it. So Jah put traps within the Bible then for such one who is not honest and truthful. And anyone who is not honest and truthful and seek in the garden of the Bible or the Quran, they will get trapped. And they get trapped by their own ignorance. Because no unclean being, I say, can read the Bible and comprehend what is right and correct within there. It's simply like I say, like a big fish. You can eat the flesh, but don't eat all the fish. The bones will stuck in your throat. So one have to, for one to comprehend, you see, one have to, like I say, know oneself before you can understand certain things. And when you know yourself, like I say, you not only know the positive, you know the negative master that is within as well. The one that these people are so terrified of, and the negative people make out to be some kind of monster, which is the negative aspect of ourselves. It's not something that you can eradicate, you know, because that aspect of ourselves was around before us. And when we are out, when we are dead and gone, it will be because it's in everybody else. You know? You see what I mean? Just like how I tell you, conscience is in everyone, everywhere. So is the negative master himself, you know? Because he's the one that is, he doesn't say life is a test. And he's the one that presents temptation then to see, you know, how genuine the being is. Nothing wrong with that, is it? Because at the end of the day, like I'm telling you, the master, I call that one the master, he can't force you to do anything in it. You could literally, if you wasn't so scared and just reason with that one constantly then. And then that one would show you that it's just a function, you know? It's my job to present temptation. You don't have to do them. I ain't forcing you to do them. But at the same time, you can't stop me from presenting them to you because that is my job within the universe. Is to present temptation. I've been tempting man from whenever it was that man come out of woman, I say. and come into existence. When I say man, don't forget I mean woman as well, you know. You see what I mean? The same, I just teach, why I just call it a unisex teaching then. You know? There's no imbalance like when I teach. Well, I say, not when I teach. What conscience teach me? What conscience teach me is that there is where men and women is concerned. It's like a quantum physics kind of thing, I say. Where male and female is concerned. Because the male and female is actually within me, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I have my mother's side and my father's side. So I am actually a male and female, if you know what I mean. But I have to know this and achieve a balance within myself. You see, I have male and female principle within one. But because of the natural, how we born into the physical now and I appear like they say as a man then. Naturally in the world they educate you just to be a man. You see what I mean? And don't let you be aware of the fact that you have the feminine principle within yourself. You see what I mean? And then and they trap the sisters in the same position by just letting them think of themselves as female and you know and then they then imbalance themselves that way, just like how the male become imbalanced just on his maleness. You see what I mean? Female become imbalanced and just femaleness and fall into the river of just what I call emotion and you know, because she carried the emotional river then if that was the case. But it's not like that. You see what I mean? We are dual beings of male and female in one unit. But at the same time, physically, it's as if your other half then are part of you appear as a female and part of the female appear as a male, you know. That's a quantum physics style. You see me? So to achieve balance then, one have to this like I say, this bring a lot of confusion where we get confused about who is the male and the female and man, whether this one should be the lead and that one not the lead and you know, when none of you, like I'm saying, where truth is concerned, you might be concerned about, as an example, who is better, who is the dominant, the male or the female. But when the sun is shining sunlight, it doesn't care about what human beings are thinking. That's irrelevant, you know, very irrelevant. So what conscience think is irrelevant to what you want to think. You know, because there is, like I tell you, there is no discrimination. God deal with equal right and justice stands for all. So like if what we call the female then, if your mind is not born impure, you know, we have thinking mind. She had the ability to think and live as an honest person just like a man in it. Because it so happened that seeking the truth and living honestly, you don't have to lift up any heavy load. You don't have to build any building. You know, like how big strong man can lift up heavy things that some women can't do. And, you know, do some manly things. Heavyweight kind of thing where you say the woman body couldn't work. Those kind of things. But those kind of things have nothing to do with the truth. You see what I mean? That's what I mean. Any simpleton can know the truth still. Irrespective of irrespective of what educational level you might possess. You see what I mean? Because it's got nothing to do with you being a macho male. What educational level we have achieved in life. You see what I mean? It's only got to do with one living honestly, with the intention to do what is right and correct. You know what I mean? Nothing else. You don't have to become no expert at nothing. Excuse me, I mean. So the same way, it's like when you look at the when I look at the outside religious man, it's completely crazy. Because in the world, you can't have a woman then. As in the world, everything is male dominated. God is male dominated. God is a man and Jesus is a man and the prophet are a man and Michael the angel is a man and Gabriel is a man and Moses and Joseph and Joshua. See, everything is male dominated. They even have Father, Son and Holy Ghost instead of Father, Son and Mother, which is a more natural state. Because who is the Holy Ghost? That's just stupidity about Father, Son and Holy Ghost. Father, Son and Mother. That was the original thing before the Romans, like I say, decide to use this thing as a state religion, you know, and spread it all over the place. Well, they steal the idea down there. Father, Son and Mother. You know, you can't leave, but they are leaving out the feminine aspect. You see, because they are afraid of themselves. If you know yourself as a man, then, or if we in this family as a man, if you know yourself as a man, there is no way you would want to be going on anyway superior to what you would call a woman. For what reason? Why would you want to say that you are superior to your sister, your daughter, your mother, you know, your niece, you know, or your wife, you know? Why would you want to be superior, and how could you be superior? Are you superior because you are the one who built the house or something? You know? That doesn't make anyone superior. And it's only, like I said, idiots who are thinking of themselves as superior. You know what I mean? Things like that we come to destroy, like I say, from the 9th level, where one shall understand that equal rights and justice stands for all, not just for some. You see what I mean? And when you must get out of the idea, like I say, that you are really black and white people, you know, nationalism. It's just such a backward thing, I think, you know, that you call this now 2014 up in the time here. And people still, as I'm talking here now, switching too quick, as I'm talking here now, the football is running behind me, the World Cup. But it's a good example to show some of the idiocy that people are going on with. In fact, for the first time, I've been watching the World Cup since 1974. And this year is the first time, this World Cup in Brazil, is the first time I've seen people protesting at what you should call it, the squander, the rich man rubbing dirt in the poor man's face then. Because this is a rich man show now. All the footballers are millionaires, and all the people who organize the game, and they spend about 4 billion or more fixing up stadium in Brazil, while the majority of Brazil are living in poor squalor without clean water to drink, you know. And trust me, these poor Brazilians, they can't afford to go to the game either. So the game is not for them. The game is just for the rich and powerful. But before the game start now, you see them come out on the pitch, and all of them, they singing the national anthem, you know, fervently, and the crowd fervently as well, you know, reinforcing nationalism in the psyche, because they use the game as a psychological thing as well. You see what I mean? To keep the population then in a form of mental prison. Because the World Cup is designed like the Olympics and all these other things to reinforce patriotism. It's a disgusting thing, man. And like I tell you, whether it's the Olympic or the World Cup, I love the football as well, you know. I watch a lot. Don't think that I don't watch the thing, you know. Even though, but you know, I know that it's completely corrupted and what they're using it for, you know. And like I'm telling you, it's nothing to do with poor people. It's disgusting and inhuman, I say, when you realize that these men spend all this amount of money to kick football and, well, they sell the rights and make that shoe, this and that. And while poor people, you know, millions of people are living in the same country that they go playing this thing calling it the beautiful game, when they wouldn't even get these people have running water. You see what I mean? It's kind of sickening and disgusting, man, the way these people are going on. Well, the world is kind of in a state of affairs now. Well, I have to say, well, if you look at what, well, they don't show it on the news here in England too tough on the BBC, you know, the propaganda thing that they wouldn't show you half what is going on if you should ever rely on them for news. The best outlet for news now, I say, is RT, you know, or the other Iranian TV you can get on the thing there, you know. But some of what is going on now, well, these devils that gone to Iraq before and killed Saddam, and you know, so it's pure war over in Iraq now. The very people that they was arming in Syria, because they wanted to get rid of Assad as Khan to them, and they give these people a lot of weapons to go over in Iraq, and not in Iraq, in Syria. And murder. I don't know how these people can murder some people and kill as much people. And then these people now have turned back into Iraq. And the Americans and everyone are saying, oh, it's the Saudi Arabia's doing. So, Bridget, you, Mr. America, did you not say 19 of the hijackers come from Saudi Arabia? How come you allow Saudi Arabia to be funding so much violence, whether in the Middle East, all over, in Syria, in Iraq? You know, in Libya, everywhere they are sending arms to kill people. And you are supposed to be the policeman of the world. You know? Why don't you arrest this murderer Saudi Arabia? And why don't you give him some democracy? You know what I mean? But you allow these people to like to say, finance all these people to go around the area killing and murdering. But like I'm telling you, don't believe that these devils want to do anything about these things, because they are the one causing it. Trouble is good for business. The more war and chaos you have around the world, like what they are doing in Ukraine now, divide the country, split it and make. So that is good for them because it's business. You sell ammunition and all these kind of things, you know what I mean? Don't forget you're dealing with sickos, you know. Like I'm telling you as a 9th grade general, you know, because these people are a lot further down. These people that you are dealing with them. Like I tell you, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The negative. People are trapped in negative has gone to different kind of violence. So you have the first negative is number 2. Well, he's not in it. He's the original negs. But the first feel of negativity is number 4. As they call that the mild form of it. And then you move up to number 6. See what I mean? Then you move into the feel of the 8 where you will find the real sickos. You know what I mean? Now, those who are in the field of the 8 now operate in the negative one. The ways of the negative one. They will do anything, they don't care. You see what I mean? They are totally lost and blind. You see what I mean? And they are trapped in that field here. But you see where they are, number 8, they don't know nothing about number 9. So they are in total and utter ignorance to what they are doing here, you know. You see what I mean? Because if you break through to 9, because those who are stuck, anybody from you stuck in 4 or 6 or 8, you can't see the consequences of what is really going on. You see what I mean? Because like I tell you before, we can't die. And you can't do anything within the order and get away with it, because you cannot do anything that memory is not recording. Yeah, man. There's no way at all, my brethren. Trust me. Me don't care which house you are in. I could have the black house. At the White House, man. Me don't care which house, man. If I the Kremlin. I have a Tenement Square and we don't care which one. Listen to me I say, when 9th grade general come, we don't care. Like the rhythm I say, wait, you can't run. Cause there's no hiding place. I'm sure of that for sure. And I'm sure that there's no teacher that can out teach a 9th grade general either. Never mind in this time that we are now. But any rascal time that did gone past before, none. Cause like I'm telling you, the 9th grade general is got bad blood clot dog. I find funny. When I bark, yeah man. I used to tell people, listen man, when I bark, if the angel got wing on him decide I keep that blood clot clip. Like this is a serious thing, you see what I mean? Well, you have to be serious and it have to be funny. You know what I mean? But like I'm telling you, you can see it's a play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whenever you reach that blood clot 9th house, the one is returning. It's a cycle. I don't know what human call it. I go and call it what your rascal want, I say. All I know that it's a science, innit? So if you do that, the one return. If the one return, you must know the one. So anyone who enter the 9th level knows the one. You see what I mean? So I know the one. So I'm telling this one that I know now. It's like I say, it's not a private one to me, is it? The one is in you. All I'm doing is alerting you if you never know them. That the one is in you. You know exactly who the one is. You know? Like some people say, oh, my conscience make me feel guilty, you know. I don't bother about them, you know, like I'm not presuming about whether it's conscience or not, like I say. You know, I know the one. See the one. You would call it a vision if you want. Doesn't matter what it is. But I is the one that have seen the one. And then, so I am the certain master then. Like I tell you, I am God bad dog. And because I am the one that see the one is the one who is giving me the lyrics to destroy pussy. There ain't no way you can outflank a general with any form of reasoning. Oh, you could outflank me if you go and talk about what is it? Material science and those things, because I'm a dummy that way. I don't know nothing. I'm not a very bright man. I'm a very dumb being. Like I said, I can't even fix an electric plug me. I just can cook my meal and wash my clothes. But apart from that, I am absolutely thick. Absolutely dumb. I never learned anything in school, like I said before, because I wasn't there a lot of the time. And when I grew up, I was not one of them people who think, oh, I missed out, I should go and get some education. I don't want no education. I self-help myself by getting a dictionary and learning a few words. That kind of way. Because I don't want to be educated, if you know what I mean. I am like I was telling my friend today, I'm like a racehorse that is blinkered. So I'm only seeing one thing, you know, moving in one direction. I am not interested in diamond and silver and gold, you know. I am interested in them. Well, I've noticed anyway, no female ever seems to stay with me from I reach 27. I don't know about the intent. They always, yeah, I've had, you know, female things, but to me they stay around, but they take inside with the negative anyway. So eventually they've gone. So I've never had anyone who is conscious then. I don't find no woman that is conscious. So it's best if I and I, like I say, just you move on your own. Well, I'm not moving on my own, like I said, I got all those disciples who are moving in it. You know what I mean? And I always like I tell you have reggae music bubbling along in the background. You know, while we do this work of revealing what is right and correct and truthful and honest, I say, and how one should release themselves from mental slavery by getting out of their religious box. Religious people are so funny as well. Also, if you say, as an example, say you say something against that a Muslim don't like, he say, oh, you are insulting my religion. But if religion come from God, it's for all human beings. It can't be. How did you get it to be yours? Must be mine as well. You see what I mean? If you claim that a thing is from God, because God don't give anything privately like to a one man, I say. No, that's not the way how God do things. You know, when God give this earth, he never just say, oh, it's a one man. No, man, all the cat and everything, and birds and them, and they get a piece of the action, and trees. So God, when God give, God is giving for all. If you see what I mean. So in the case of religion, any one of the religion them, it is for all. So no member of any religion now can come and claim it exclusively by claiming that this is ours. If you see what I mean. But they do. But I say, when you're mad, you will do something like that. But religion is not your personal property, you know. If it was a genuine thing from God, then it must be for all. And it must be free for all. You shouldn't have no control over it. You see what I mean? I don't know what you're worried about, because religious men are always worried, because it don't seem as if God is worried if I ask God some question, you know. But you seems to get all hot under the collar if I question you as to say, how come Jesus born of a virgin birth, and how come you tell I say Muhammad is the last prophet? What's prophet got to do with living honestly and truthful? Because that's what we are here to do, you know. I don't need a man to prophesy nothing for me to make my choice about living honestly and truthfully. You know? And you tell me a man was the last prophet. Up till now, I don't know what the prophet prophesied. Because if he was the last one, then an him come, that means he miss out somebody in the beginning or middle. You know what I mean? Because they was like I say, before all these prophets come about, you know, kind of funny thing, all before Abraham and Joseph and Moses and Muhammad and all these man, all them time of the ancestors, them about 3 or 4 or 5,000 years before them, already build up pyramid and have great cities and university running, you know, and already teaching about the one God, long time, you know. Yeah, we was teaching one God is a long time conception, you know. All I cannot teach one God long time before any one of these people that they come. Just the other day, was it 2,000 years ago, harping and about. So I don't know what God had these little modern day prophets say when you look at a longer time in history then. Compared to how long the ancestors been moving about in the bush there or even in China or whatever. You know what I mean? These men had wisdom long time and know, you know. And in fact, the little readings and writing that I've read about these little prophets and what they had to say or whatever, they never say anything new that you cannot find in the literature of India and China, South America, and like I say, we had those things in Africa long time. Nothing. You know, no prophet don't reveal nothing. Jesus has gone to them. Jesus never come and said anything that wasn't said long time ago. So in fact, Jesus never come, they just use what was said long time ago and put it into their character, this character that they manufacture, calling Jesus Christ the Son of God. Like I'm saying, the people will not even research the thing proper. You know, it started in Egypt, like I'm telling you. The first, I think he was Greek, man. The first Greek who set up himself as a pharaoh in Egypt after Alexander peg out when them conquer. He wanted the Africans to worship him as a god, you know. Because he said the Africans, them had horrors and blood clan, but eventually they made him some character. He find some priest and they made him some character called Saparos. And they was worshipping this Saparos, calling themselves Christian. Right up until Constantine called the meeting, 325 AD. And them sitting building all them, you know how much man again, pure men. Arguing, all few African go there and tell them a lie, them and tell them, no? Arius and tell lie, them tell. Hey, after about 3 months or so, they make up this story about Jesus. That time Mary never exists. They call a few more meetings and then they add in Mary and, you know, give the character a family. And so, and then the Roman, because the Roman was the superpower at the time, they brutally enforce it through their church system, Roman Catholicism, all across Europe. Murder and kill off the population, tell them that there was witches and all kind of people, slaughter them. I say Europe, you could have swim in the blood that they slaughter throughout Europe to introduce this idiocy. And now in this modern time, after centuries, everyone in Europe is saying, oh yeah, we are Christian, Jesus Christ. It's a load of bullshit. You know? Just a story. But you fall for this story or you become, like I say, trapped in 4, 6 or 8 or become the shell of a religion when you are not willing to be honest and truthful. You become part of the false instead of being the real. You know? That's how you end up, because all these, whatever they are telling you, whatever the false man is saying, can't be known. But it can be believed. But it can never be known. And the reason why it can't be known, because it's not true. So they have to set up a thing where they get people to believe and tell the people that they should have faith. But don't tell the people that faith can be blind and that they are totally holding on to blind faith. Everything is a deception. You see what I mean? When you are not honest within your own being, you will fall into deception. You see what I mean? And you will believe the lies that these people are teaching you. You won't be able to see what is happening around you now. You will support your government. You know? Half of what is happening in the world now, you are not aware of it. Or who is really causing it. You know what I mean? You can see say take the example of Ukraine. There was American woman out of the Senate. She leave and went to Ukraine before the government fall, handing out cookies. The American vice president has visited Ukraine. The Ukrainian government is bombing the east, you know, flying the aeroplane and dropping bombs and shooting with helicopter. And the American and the British and the French aren't saying nothing. Yet there was warning Yanukovych not to attack these people in Tenema in there when they was protesting against him. Imagine if he had set the army and the people. Or imagine if Britain we are up north, they was dropping bombs up north and their own people. And these goddamn hypocritical Americans. Don't you know that it's human beings who are on what you call East Ukraine? Don't you know that they are falling and these bombs are falling and their children have to run away? And you're not crying out and saying how unjust this is. Or telling your Ukrainian friend Yatsenuk and this chocolate president to stop firing guns in your own country. And stop calling the other people Russian terrorists and Russian separatists. The West is the one who is encouraging this trouble. But they want the same thing as again. Just like they did to Syria. They are happy to see Ukraine divided and separated up and war. They don't care about who died. The rich and the powerful do not care. So I don't know how long you are going to listen to Kerry and Cameron and those. These are the real sickos. 8th grade general devils, I say. Don't like how I say I'm a 9th grade. They are 8th grade. They are trapped in the 8th level of evil. You see what I mean? Obviously, they will enjoy. I say to those type of evil man like Tony Blair, I hear him calling that man they should bomb the Middle East. Enjoy your richness. You are going to have a lot of money. I like telling wicked people that. Anyone who loves money, you shall have a lot of money before you die. Because you know you can't take the paper with you, you goddamn fool. When you go on the other side now, the violent wicked things that you do here are the violent evil being that you are within yourself. But others cannot see it. Because when you dress up and you go, no one can see your true intention. It can't be masked by your sickly smile. But when they come for you and you transform, like I say, you will be revealed, you will be out, your being, you will become transparent. You will be seen for who you are. There ain't no hiding place. You know, all you who claim that you're Masons and that you see about you have the all-seeing eye. I tell you who the all-seeing eye. The all-seeing eye is the one that dwells within all blood-clot human beings and watch them from within. And his all-seeing eye is called memory. That's what he used to video you. So you can lock up, right? You can stay in your stupid building and climb ladder. Is it ladder you're going up? You're going up to the 33 degree. You should have learned. You know when you go down there and you steal those ideas of masonry and that, and you're going at about 33 degrees. You should have noticed the 9th level. They know about it down there. The ancestors do, 9th grade general, the one that carry the rod. You could carry it when you learn the words. When they hear you speaking the words, that's when you could carry the rod. But you would have to utter the sound first. And you could only do it when you live discipline. And when you was blinkered, you see, and you have no intention more than to live right and correct and truthful and honest and do the will of the internal master. That's the only way you could reach 9th level and so that you could speak the word. So they would hear the word spoken and says, yes, this is the one who is the 9th grade general. Give him the stick and then he will counsel. That's how it works on the 9th level. But you have some who break away and say they was going up to the 33 degree and get lost up there, I say. You see what I mean? So the way of the 9th grade general, like I say, is to make things simple. Because everyone, there's nothing fantastic about no 9th grade general, because it's a simple, and everybody can do it. Because every man have the choice and every man can live honest. No one is superior to no one. We are all on a level. All human beings are full of shit. That's what a 9th grade general says. You know what I mean? So what we need to do is humble ourselves. You know what I mean? Live honestly. It's all a matter of choice. When you live honestly, are you striving to your eyes will open. When your eyes are open, you will just know how to function, innit? There's nothing wise about it. It doesn't make you cleverer than nobody else. If it appears that anyone is cleverer than anybody else, it's only because these our other brothers have chosen to live negatively, so they are displaying negativity. But if they turn around and live honestly, they see the same truth that we are seeing, the one truth for all. There is no superiority, like I said, no superiority or inferiority in the truth, whether it was a man speaking it or a woman. I would love it if I meet a woman who is burning blood clot fire. Well, yes, man. Says that a bonfire, you know. Burning fire in my way just means speaking the truth, you know. So yeah, if I meet a woman who is serious, because I'll do what I say, I'm a funny man. But my funniness is serious because I'm always deadly blood clot serious, trust me. A 1,000,000%. I don't joke. Might be funny, but I don't joke. So anything that I'm dealing with is serious. You see what I mean? So maybe most people can't take that intensity then. Or they think that because you're that intense, you cannot have fun. You know? But of course you have more fun. You'll have a lot more to talk about, innit? I mean, if I'm going to sit with a woman, as an example, say the two of we in a house, and we sitting, and say as in England, you know, you just are going to talk about Coronation Street or East Enders. You know, those are just gossipy programs. So you need to know yourself in a way so we can communicate more and have a wider range of things where we can talk about and have a laugh. You know what I mean? But if you just want me to talk about, you know, watch some stupid movie that don't make no sense and tell you that the movie great, no. Maybe when I was younger, before I was 27, I would do such matters, you know, to flatter people to get what you want to get. But after 27, I wouldn't do nothing like that. You know what I mean? Plus, I'm not a man, you know, I'm a man who love woman, like I say. But I'm not a man who would fall in, like say, woman is, spend my life and look for a woman. Because a woman is not my number one love, if that's what you know. Jah is my love. When I love a woman through the eyes of Jah, then. You see what I mean? Because when you love a woman through the eyes of Jah, if you have a woman, you'll be faithful to the woman. No lying and cheating will be going on. Because Jah teach one that way. You know what I mean? So if you really, as an example, like I said before, if you really know God yourself, as an example, call Jah God, and you meet a woman who know God, and those two people come together, nothing could break that bond, is it? You see? Because the man won't be disloyal to the woman, and the woman will never be disloyal to the man, because they are living honestly and truthfully within the other, you know what I mean? But when you don't know yourself, then if one know themselves, like what happened in my case, since I know myself, I've always meet women like I know myself, but they don't. But at the meeting, at the beginning, I'm hoping that they would learn from me, but eventually they never learn anyway. But what I'm saying is, if I know myself and they know themselves, nothing can break the bond. The reason why nothing can break is nobody outside can come and tell me, they just run them away. Because, you know, and if my woman was strong like that, none of her friends could tell her anything. But if she's weak, then she don't know herself. Her friends can tell her, listen man, you should do this, you should fly aeroplane and, you know, ski up Everest or them thing there, you know. You should do. So they can easily drag you. You know? That's what happened to me, I say, you know. Because when another thing of when you are seeking positivity, indirectly, the negative force, you are always under attack from the negative force. So you have to suffer a lot of sufferation and frustration. A lot of obstacles will be put in your way. Nothing will practically go right for you then, if that was the case. Because it's part of the, what would they call it now? It's like the byproduct then of seeking what is right and correct. You know? It have a like an after effect. So the after effect of seeking it is to be constantly under the attack of negativity. If you know what I mean. So negativity will put obstacle in your way then, if you know what I mean. Make things as difficult. Like me say, break up your relationship. You know? That the case are. Just make whatever happen. Just to see how you will react. Because at the end of the day, everything is still a test. You know? And negative and positive, they repel each other in it. So if you are pushing against and pushing to break the negative barrier, so it's pushing back and making all kind of things happen. You see what I mean? In this life. So in this life here, if you're not strong then, or fearless, the negative will break you. You see what I mean? But the negative cannot break. Like a man, like a general like me, like I say, who is going to firehouse, because we are blinkered in it and are immune to sufferation, you know. Any sufferation that happens, we just take it as part of the learning process, you know. Soak up, like I said, whatever it is, take it and board, study it. And if it's a thing that hurt, well, feel the hurt until the hurt fade, I say. You know what I mean? And try and gain an understanding from whatever is happening to you, good or bad. You see what I mean? But never let it, well, nothing like I say, from you have those disciples like I tell you about, you have man like Fearless, you know. Nothing can't deter Fearless, nothing at all. Because he's fearless, in it. Once you find him, you will find Fearless, you know. And this bird here as well. I say that's why I'm in the town of Oldham. This is an owl. I say, you know, that's why I come to Oldham. This bird here can see a 90 degree in the dark. You know what I mean? And we as human beings, as spirit, we live in the dark. Whenever you have the spirit of this bird, I hear them always in this place, Bohemian Grove, so they worship in an owl, and that they have some owl hide and the dollar bill. They have some fascination with the owl anyway. But whatever fascination you want to have, that you're just stupid. Anyway, you have to be righteous to capture the spirit. But anyway, when you capture the spirit of the owl now, you get the ability to see within beings. Because beings, we are living in the darkness, innit? So when you have the owl eye, you can see within beings. So I can see within beings. When I say I can see within you, I don't know what you're thinking. I can't read your mind, but I know how you are inside, how you set up, and how the one is in you. Because I've seen myself, so I know it. Know exactly what you like in there. You can't hide in the dark that you are. You know what I mean? It's like the 9th grade general is like a well, it's more like a quantum physics, but I'll explain it to you. The one that I work for is talking to everyone. But because this one is talking now, and you have your own will, you can ignore the one. You see what I mean? But if anyone now discipline themselves to a degree, I say, you can get to know this one and become a spokesman for this one, if you know what I mean. So now the one can rise in you, or you can reflect the one and come and tell the people that, listen, can't you hear me talking to you inside? And you walk blood clot, listen, you're talking bullshit about that I send angel and son. I have never sent any fucking angel or any son here. I am in you, talking to you all, but you don't listen. You see what I mean? You just think, oh, your conscience is bothering. It's not the conscience that's bothering. It's I am who is bothering you when you are doing wrong things. Don't you notice I don't bother you when you do good things? You see what I mean? So that is the spirit that is in all of us. It's talking to us. But like I'm saying, one can become a spokesman for the spirit and become vocal. You know what I mean? So instead of the one being silent, then I have volunteered to become vocal for that one. That is within all. You see what I mean? So that means when I'm spitting fire, like I say, there's a mechanism then. Call the one a mechanism. But the one inside of you know that what I'm saying is true. Because it's coming from the one inside of you, innit? So you might be up front denying it, but the one in you will be saying, yes. When the fire say a show, man, where some man, you don't hear the living blood clot fire. You don't see him face. You don't see him don't have no rascal teeth. His teeth is around his neck spitting fire to human being. Confidently. Bad general spitting fire on earth and beyond. Anywhere in the universe. You know? If you was listening carefully, you would hear the voice in you saying, yeah, it's true. Because everything that I'm telling you is true, innit? I can't speak anything that is not true. Well, I know, not when it comes spiritually, I can tell lie if I want to, but I'm not telling any lie. You know, anything that I'm saying from the 9th grade is true. And honest, you know what I mean? It don't need the 9th grade general, like I say. If a 9th grade general come about, and you have holy books going back 1 trillion years, you can close them up all straight away. Because the 9th grade general will overteach the books that has been going back for the trillion a year. You see what I mean? Because the one has returned, and the one is the one who knows everything. I am not the one, you know. 9th grade general is not the one who knows anything. Repeating again, I am not the one who knows anything. I am just the spokesman for the one who knows everything. There's no need at all for you to know me, if you know what I mean. You need to know your own self, because that's who the one is that the 9th grade general work for. Now this one, because this one is in the invisible, you know, where you can feel the one, but you might not know that this one is real then. But trust me, this one is as real as you pick up this glass here. And the one is a teacher, because it is the one who educate me to speak, to spit fire. You know what I mean? I couldn't speak before I was 27, man. My lyrics was just, you know, I couldn't articulate anything. But as soon as I encountered the terrible and dreadful overlord, I said, wait, I can speak. I couldn't be, I can string up some lyrics and make them sound wicked. You know what I mean? To myself, anyway, that's what I said. But then again, when I realized that, Andrea was saying, oh, well, from you encounter Jah, you can borrow reasoning, what they would call wisdom. Everything is at your disposal. So I don't really have to learn nothing. I never learn nothing. God learned it me all. You see what I mean? So that I can speak, so that other human beings can understand. And I'm saying really and truly, English is not my first language, you know. I speak Jamaican, you know what I mean? And I've always tried to uphold my Jamaican speaking as well, because I've been away from home a long time. Although I call Jamaica home, I know that my roots is in Africa, you know. But using Jamaica, I've been away from home a long time. About 42 of the years then, you know. Come to England when I was 15. So I have to keep up that Jamaican thing. But when I'm speaking as well, I don't just want to come with any raw Jamaican, because I'm not speaking to Jamaican alone. I like to speak to the whole world. So I try to speak my best little in English. That so any human being on the planet, if they was really seeking truth and they understand English, they would be able to understand what I'm saying, even though I'm not speaking the Queen's English as it was, but sufficient English for the common man to grasp the reality and hear the news that yes, the truth is within you. Anyway, I've been firing out for a long time, reasoning about the movements of the 9th grade general and the movements of the one that is within all. You know, the one who is the true teacher, the one who everyone can get in touch with. You don't have to be educated to know this one, you know. All you have to do is to listen. Because like I'm telling you, it's as simple as this. If you are learning to drive, you must follow the instruction of the teacher. When the teacher tells you to change gear and put you on, you will do it. If you refuse to do it, you won't learn. Conscience is an instructor. If it says to you, don't do that, don't do this, don't do, and yet you continue to do it, you will never learn what it's trying to teach you. That's how we fail our lesson. Because how many people are listening to the teacher? Most people would like to listen to the Bible and the Quran, I don't know, the preacher man or whoever. But how many of them would like to listen to their own conscience then? And have trust in their own conscience? Not many. So not many learn the lesson that conscience is trying to teach them. Because even though conscience is right within you, like I'm telling you, you have left your own teacher to seek some other teacher outside of yourself. And you are claiming as an example that God sent a teacher, that teacher out there, while the real teacher in you, you ignore that teacher. So how can you learn? You see what I mean? So it's time for you to get in touch with the teacher that is within you. Otherwise you'll never learn. Anyway, Anna is going to reel out and fade out and fire out from the firehouse. See it? Rastafari, live it and read it. Fire.